Yo, what's up for you guys? Welcome back to another video by Mike here on Mix TV. And for all of you guys who've seen my other vlogs, thank you very much and I appreciate the support. And for those who haven't subscribed, please like, share, and hit the subscribe button to get more access to my videos. Alright, so what we're going to be talking about today is something that I do for fun. And what is that? Developing mobile apps on Android. Wow! It sounds fun, right? But it's fun for me. You know why? Because there's a story behind it, and I'm gonna go through that in a second. So, to tell you about it, the background is that I really don't know how to do mobile development using Android. In fact, I only did self-learning. Someone from Hong Kong was asking that to make his life easier in deploying the current system that we have on their devices, can someone actually develop an Android app that can be used to massively deploy that application in his area? You can actually use of this, and this is just a very simple requirement. And I was like, okay, and that was a Friday, and what I can come up with. So I thought I can just Google that stuff and then get some pre-made applications that he can immediately use. But apparently it's not. His requirements were very specific. You know, Google, YouTube, and the power of research. I learned Android development on a Saturday. A very simple one, because Android Studio, the one that I'm using was Android Studio, and it's Java based. And during college I was teaching C language. To cut the story short, I managed to do what he was trying to achieve, and that simple app was used in Hong Kong. He planned his deployment initially. Without that app it would take a month and a half, and with that app it only took him 3 days. Imagine that. So then that app, they deployed it across the world, and they basically used it for that particular purpose. And I got an award for that. I got 10 smart watches out of my guys who were reporting to me got watches without them even like, huh? Why am I getting a watch? Just take it, it's yours. Just take it for free. So yeah. So from then on, my curiosity about Android development gotten even bigger. What else can I do with it? What else can I come up with it? So I have, during my free time, I have ideas coming up here and there. I have 4 apps. All right, I've developed 4 apps, and they're called. The first one is Pooch Labs. Second one is Airball. Third one is iSpy, and the fourth one I was currently developing just now is Oiled Up. Alright, I'll give you the details later on as we go. I go along, moving on, explaining what are they. Alright, so a friend of mine approached me saying that help him to develop a mobile app that would help him distribute his product. And this also goes to the shelves of Toys R Us, Hamleys, and those kind of toys shop here in Malaysia. And it's a big thing as well. So he wanted to have an app saying that. So I said, yeah, I can make you a mock-up. And as you can see from the video right now, you can see that there are the products are there, the item codes, the description of the product. It's quite neat, it's quite clean. You can search it. You can search by code, by keyword. You can filter it, refresh the product if there are new items on the product, and then people would want to see the new items. It will be refreshed. And then of course there's a shopping cart option. If you do order for example, if you're just a collector and you want to order a specific toy or a specific car, you can just punch in your order, look for the item and punch in your order, and then it will go straight to the cart. And then you can just swipe right or swipe left if you still want to continue purchasing it as an order, or swipe left if you want to cancel the selection. Yeah, and then you have an option there. You see that there's a camera and a share link. You can actually also share it to Facebook. It's fully integrated to Facebook. So if you can sign on using your Facebook ID, and then it will be fully integrated with Facebook. Of course, I used Facebook's API to do that. But it's quite cool because it's for a first timer who develops Android applications, who doesn't really do mobile applications. I'm good at stitching stuff. I'm good at putting things together, you know. So it's basically how it's done. Some of the pictures are not there anymore because this application has been like developed for quite some time now, and it has the concept of grab delivery because there's four types of users for these apps. We call them tycoon. Tycoon is the one who is the distributor, basically the business owner. Cabbie is the one who has the app, has a vehicle, and can pick up and deliver items. So if you're like a Grab driver, it's basically picking up customers, right? But this one, you're gonna pick up a product and then deliver it to someone. So that's a cabbie. A caddy is the one that fills up the shelves of Toys R Us or Hamleys. So the tycoon also wants to monitor if the caddy actually went to the mall to fill up the inventory on the shelves. And the boss is the customer basically. Alright? And they also have Google Maps there. So the tycoon can monitor and see where the cabbie and the caddy are. Right? So he even asked for an option where the moment that the caddy, which is the merchandiser, steps into the mall and automatically checks that person in. So the tycoon would know that this person actually went to the mall. But I was worried a bit because we're basically tracking their whereabouts, which is, yeah, as you can see from the app, it's also disabled. I disabled it, and then we kind of stopped it, right? So we were focused on the distribution for now. But that was a cool idea, and I went all the way out doing all those. I finished all the modules. I finished everything else. Comment down below if you feel that the product is actually cool. Right? For me, it's just fun. All right, Pooch Labs. So the next app I'm gonna introduce to you is related to basketball. It's called Airball. So this app is basically for basketball. Right? Airball is intended to have statistics and updates, schedules, standings, scores, play-by-play available on your mobile phone. Alright, so I did this in 2 days. Because I already have the framework, the concept, I already have the concept in mind. So it's basically just designing the whole thing and then implementing it. Alright, as I go along developing these mobile applications, I learn a lot of things, improving from one application to the other, right? And so that's what's good about doing this for fun. It's also learning as you progress. And I'm not that kind of guy who designs everything before I actually do development. I just do it on the fly and design everything on the fly. And it comes out, I mean, okay. Right? So as you can see, there's like listings of the icons are really cool, the drawings, the backgrounds are cool, right? And then you have tabs there. You would have you can scroll through the team standings. These are actual scores, by the way, and these are actually actual games here in Malaysia. I think we're in season 15 already. So you can scroll, you can see your individual scores, you can see your individual statistics. I don't have individual pictures though of the players, but of course that requires data uploading and all of these things. And to note that these are not bloatwares. They're not gonna eat up storage on your phone because everything is cached on the memory. So everything is stored online, and then images are just cached. It's not stored as physical images on your phone. So you don't need to worry about your phones getting used up, the disk usage getting used up, right? Of course, you would notice that the pictures, some of the pictures, the bigger ones, are slowly loading, but it's because it's cached. Yeah. So Yeah, I developed this in 2 days, and then I got interest because this can cater for multiple leagues. It's not just intended for one basketball league. It can be for multiple leagues. It could be other leagues as well. They can just use it and then implement their own, just put their own league there, and then they can upload their data. So yeah, and I got interest from other tournaments here, which are local or from Malaysia, the Malaysian leagues, because I intended to do this for our league, which is the Filipino league only. And then it got interest because they were doing a design of their own mobile app, and I was already finished developing it and we're already using it. Thanks for the interest, and at least it's getting noticed, right? So we didn't actually end up using this in the league because I don't know, maybe they find it like tedious to upload the data from time to time or keep the news updated. But for me, it's just well worth the effort. It's working. Everyone got interested, and I'm just happy I managed to do this kind of stuff. That's app number 2. For app number 3, I built a game. All right, sounds interesting, right? The game is called I Spy. So if you heard about a company, a group game where everyone gets to drive around looking for clues and finding answers on the road, they call it treasure hunt, because the rule of the game is supposed to be like, you were given clues and you're supposed to drive around from one point to the next point, and then along that line of the road that you're gonna take, there will be clues, and then you're supposed to like get out of the car and then find the answer for that clue and then write it down. So I Spy is basically something similar to that, but the difference is it's on a mobile device. Same thing, you will have hunts, right? So basically you're hunting for clues, right? So then on the top level of the screen you would see several categories or several titles of hunts. You have categories with food, sports minded, living color, foodie dash. So what it does is that it makes sure that the person is actually on the spot taking the picture of the item from the task that was given to you from that category, right? So you cannot pass the picture to the other guy because the picture is not saved locally on your phone. It's also uploaded online. Second, picture, you cannot use an existing picture from your phone because it's not gonna allow you to do that. As you can see, there are other categories there that requires you to actually get out of your house, snap a picture of that moment in that particular time because the task asks you to do so. Alright, but of course this is the development, the idea is okay, but the development is mediocre. You know why? Because I can just Google pictures online and then take a picture of it. Right? But that ruins the whole excitement part of going out and then actually doing that physical activity, right? And also, there are requirements there where you are supposed to be in the picture always. Of course, that's an AR part where the app should recognize that the picture taken doesn't include you and it's not considered as a completed task. Well, that's, if I'm not an expert, I'm still just a newbie in development. For sure there's an API or someone already developed that functionality somewhere, but we can apply that here. Yeah, so you will also see rankings. Every task is 10 points, and then every hunt have 10 tasks, and then so you will have a total of 100 points. And every week there will be new hunts, having new tasks that will come out. So you just, and go and refresh your application, you will see new task, you can move on to a new task. It doesn't stop you from doing a different hunt. If you're not completed with the first hunt, you can just move on forward. But find it fun, and it was exciting as well. And I managed to do this. This was hard because there's a lot of logic behind the things that needs to be done. But other than that, I'm fairly happy with how it looked like, how it came out and use, and then fun it was developing it. The only problem I had here is that I didn't consider other sizes of the devices. So some of the components on the app goes haywire whenever it's like a bigger screen or a smaller screen, which I fixed on my next app. So the last app is called Oiled Up. This app is specifically for Young Living independent distributors. So it has access to all the Young Living products. That would make it easier for the distributors access to items whenever they are asked. For example, they want to check out what kind of oils, what kind of blends do they have, how much are the prices, how much is it for a member, or how much is it for retail, and does it have it in my country, does it have it in your country, something like this. Or I want, if someone asks for, I want an oil that's used for just after workout, or I want to sleep, I just want something that would make me help sleep. Now, this app will basically help you, right? And you have access it. You can access it through your phone, and you don't need to like go to the website and then scroll and Google it. So we'll also tell you whether the product is diffusible, if it's ingestible, if it's topical, or you can just simply apply it. And then, of course, if you click on a product, it will tell you what does this product works well with, right? So it will also tell you that. And then it has some filtering capability where you want to see, for example, all the prices that range from 50 to 100 that is redeemable in Philippines, something like so. Because some people or some of the distributors are, want to have a quick reference for this kind of stuff, and that's what I did. Using my existing framework, I managed to develop this particular app, and it's basically done. And we're just getting the Young Living to do some review to make sure that we're not violating any wordings. And once it's done, I will be gladly happy to share it with you guys, especially those who are doing Young Living. Share this app for you to use it and also to contribute, right? The only thing I'm asking for is that support my channel, so that later on, if there will be new features that I would want to add, or if you guys want it to be in the mobile app, I can do it, right? So that's the only thing that I'm asking for this. But other than that, wait for the release of version 1. And it already has all the data for Philippines and Malaysia, and we're already doing Canada, US, and Singapore. So if you're an Android user, by the way, I'm only doing Android development. I'm not into iOS yet. I'm sorry for iPhone users, but I don't know how to develop in iPhone yet. iOS, I'm sorry. I wanted to learn, but it's so difficult. Unlike Java, I have a background of C. It was easier for me. But yeah, so Android users who are doing distributors for Young Living, this will be beneficial for you guys. And if you find it helpful for you guys, support my channel, and we'll come up with more features. And in fact, I'm already thinking of integrating it with Facebook and allowing you to do your DIY recipes and upload it to share it to everyone who has access to the mobile application. So I was thinking of doing that in the app later on, probably later versions. It's a good feature, I think, for you to be able to share your DIYs across whoever's using this app, this mobile app. So yeah, to sum it all up, I have 4 applications. So I told you I learn as I go along. and I'm happy with all the outcomes of this. And hopefully you support this app and you support the other people who develop such applications just for fun. Support them as well. And this particular product, wait for its release. We're just waiting for the review, and once we get that go signal, we will send it out to everyone. All right. Alright, so that's the end of that video. Thank you guys for watching. And for you guys who haven't subscribed yet, come on, click that subscribe button and get more access to my videos and more upcoming ones. Alright, so I gotta go. I'll see you around, and I'll see you to the next vlog. Peace. Bye.